there is potential weakness ahead because Monday is a failure bar. We already compare these two bars as analog. Both hammer here reflected as attempt to rebound. This is an attempt to rebound, but on Monday we have a failure bar, suggests weakness ahead. Indeed, we did get a weakness. There's a weakness ahead, tested the previous swing low level, and another failure bar, which is obvious, was on Thursday. Thursday was another failure bar. That's where we have a great NVIDIA results, but the market reversed at the end. Attempt to rally, strong rejection at the access line 6,800, close at the low. Supply has been increasing. Next bar is another attempt to rally because that's oversold, and a lot of the buying on the way down. That's buying on the way down. That's also people aim to buy while it's undercut this previous swing low level. That's why we have this hammer show up. That's demand tail. Demand tail, buying, quick rally, there's a capitulation bar, plus buying right at the support. A lot of the buying on the way down at the support. And on Friday, so there's a time to rally, a technical rebound, relief rally. Yesterday, a continuation of the rebound. At this point, it's important to understand supply is still dominating. As reflected in the failure bar. Monday as a failure bar, Thursday as a failure bar, strong rejection at the access line 6,800. Along the way, we also see demand tail at a swing low support, another demand tail, and also that's capitulation bar, and followed by a relief rally. There is a relief rally, and we need to see how strong is the quality. In my email sent out yesterday, I mentioned about there's going some choppy movement in the coming week, like this week, because right after this capitulation bar sell off and hitting the support level, attempt to rally, we should see some choppiness. Means it's going to chopping up and down, going up and down before we determine the next move. So at this point, I prone to a more bearish view because we have an expansion of the supply level and also expansion of the volatility. So that doesn't look like a bottom to me. However, the most bullish scenario would be another test with a higher low test with decreasing of the supply, and then we could see further rally going to test 6,800 again, or even that will be a prolonged trading range between 65, like this is the bottom and that is the top, the horizontal trading range. That's the most bullish case I am anticipating, but based on this, I prefer to see further flush. Means we have a expansion of the volatility. If we compare the magnitude to the downside, here we only have this one bar alone, which is super volatile. Here is getting volatile. Here is a lot more volatile. The volatility is expanding from 1 to 2 to 3, while the supply level has been increasing, especially with this leg down. Increasing of the supply plus increasing of the volatility. That's still evidence that the market is still under selling pressure, is still undergo correction. I prefer to see a final flush, means a breakdown of the swing low level. We can get some choppiness and failure breakdown, and to trigger a flush down to 100 level, or even this level. This is the final support level if the market is red bearish. But 6400 level, that's the immediate target right there. If it breaks below the previous swing low level, we should see some trigger and then just overshoot of that 6400 level, or it could easily bring this price to somewhere around the swing low level. That will be close to 6200 before we see a sharp rebound. Dip, buy on a dip right there, and aggressive demand come in and to go up and form another trading range from here. And so the current week or the coming week will be important because this is real weakness. By far, this is the largest magnitude to the downside that we have ever seen with increasing of the supply. If we do not get quality demand, like we only have choppiness and meltdown, breakdown, then it's going to test a lower target, 64 and even 62.50, somewhere around here, test the swing low level. This week, at least, we should see some consolidation or choppy movement going up, going down. And we need to monitor whether we'll have increasing of the supply level or decreasing. That will play a big role.